So this right here sadly graced my timeline earlier this morning, and I'm just like, every time I see this, first of all, what skeletons are you hiding in your closet? Second of all, we have been here, done that with this song and dance over and over. Every time that this happens, usually that person turns out to be the very thing they're trying to accuse others of. But thirdly, this is just... it's very clear this is rage bait, and it really, I hate that we're at the point now in our current timeline to where people are using these type of words to garner rage bait and outrage bait and try to make these words watered down to such a point that nobody takes them seriously anymore. And in fact, the very actions of saying things like this, making video clips like this, does more harm than good to the people that it affects. And it legitimately angers me to no end. Like, I can't even begin to describe my rage when I see stuff like this. And it's not the first time. This is always happening, and this is obviously going to continue happening, and I think that every time this happens, people need to call it out. And what's crazy to me is that this individual right here, he got so upset by people flaming him and saying you're wrong and all that, he actually cried out saying, rate the community note on my tweet as unhelpful. AKA, he had a community note, and you know what? I want to go here. I want to, pull it up here. Let me pause this. If you go to the community note where he says it, someone posts exactly what it said here. This is what it said. Although some Japanese media contains morally debated content, there are no credible sources linking to consumption of anime to PDF file tendencies. And, when you see this here and how he managed to somehow get people to rate the community note as unhelpful, and it's now gone, you can clearly see it is gone, is actually insane. It is legitimately nuts just how he is using platform manipulation to spread and slander everyone that even remotely watches anime. But secondly, he is actually using such a word to spread this word around to basically make it lose more meaning, to generate outrage bait, but also to just call anyone that remotely watches anime a PDF file. It's honestly insane. It is actually insane to just see this blatant platform manipulation. This breaks terms of service, by the way. Like, this man right here, this man should be banned. Like, it is straight up, he should be banned. This comment, even in the terms of service, you cannot remotely say that, oh, you should remove this community note or rate it unhelpful. You cannot use your community to do this. It is actually breaking the TOS of Twitter. And if you go to these community notes, you can literally people saying asking your followers to rate a community note as unhelpful is considered platform manipulation. I mean, it literally says it in the terms of service. If you scroll down, you will literally find it in this. Platform manipulation can make many forms. Our rules are intended to address wide range of prohibited behaviors. You literally see it all right here. He broke the terms of service. Straight up, if there is any Twitter operator that somehow actually cares about children in general, should straight up ban this man. I'm going to be blunt. This does more harm than anything else to those affected, and it's insane that we have come to a point in our culture right now, in society, where we use these type of words and water them down, and we hurt so many people because of this. And I'm glad to see, like, a bunch of, like, the quote retweets and stuff also rallying together against this man. And on top of that as well, those that say you should not even bring this content up, you should ignore it, doesn't understand the point. That this content, is doing active harm, and it has over 1 million views, okay? It does so much harm, and this is not the first and last time this is going to happen, and anytime this content comes out, people need to call it out. They need to call it out for what it is, and that this is not what you think it is, and that this man is straight up spreading lies, falsehoods, and just straight up trying to manipulate people into views for his content. It's gross. It's just pure disgusting behavior all around, and I'm so sick of it, man. I'm so sick of seeing stuff like this all the time, and people using these buzzwords like this. It's insane. Like, fiction and reality are completely different things. I can understand if you don't like some of the content in anime and manga, that's fine. But to actually say it is reality and call something like a PDF file for something that is just fictional is insane. Actual insanity. And I cannot believe how many people like this are on full display nowadays. We just see stuff like this. But I'm glad to see people actually ratioing them as well, like in the actual comment section. This is nice. It once again shows just people's reaction to this whole ordeal. But getting back into the other point, though, this man legit isn't just obviously using buzzwords like this. He actually is full-blown racist. Like around like the 2-minute and 18 mark, he says the N-word. He's racist. Like, he's straight racist. And people have been trying to say and defend him. I've seen it. People are trying to say he's a comedy channel. Nowhere in this world will I accept this as comedy. This actively hurts people. It does. And I think that the fact that people are trying to justify this behavior is gross as well. I, in fact, even saw yesterday, when I made a post about Uzaki-chan, I saw people looking at Uzaki-chan, and let's be blunt here, anyone that has looked at Uzaki-chan, she has big badonkers. We know this. Someone actively, in my comment section, okay, said, why does she look 12? Yeah, or they said basically like, others said, she's 12, so yeah, I can't read this. I'm just like, where in your head do you look at someone that's a short stack with giant badonkers as a 12-year-old? I'm just like, this says a lot about an individual more than anyone else, to where you think someone's a child just because they're short. And I notice this is also actively on display nowadays. I see it so often. Like, where people will look at someone that's like, you know, a short person. Like, if you're not, like, above 5'5", you're a child. That's what people do nowadays. It's so... I don't know the proper word for it, what to associate it with. I don't know if the proper word is sexist or not, but calling a person of legal age, like a woman or a man, you know, calling them basically a child because they're like 5'4", 5'3". Hell, I'm 5'3", okay? I'm 5'3". Calling someone that, it's just like, you realize short people exist, right? That's a real thing, right? Like, they exist. And I don't know, man. I'm on a tangent right now. Like, this stuff really just grosses me out. You know what? I'm going to play the beginning of the clip. I'll let you hear the words from his own mouth and all that, and just what he's saying. Not just about me, but the entirety of anyone that has participated in anime.
You know this Zoomer culture thing of the, I'm a cute, I just want you to know that if you're into anime, you're a pedophile. To be clear, if you watch those cartoons,